All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Brooklyn Bulls and the Austin Bats. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Long day for you. Hey, alert three, alert three. Big ass.
Big grip.
They'll run on first down. Way. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the left side. Way. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Look, squeeze. Bravo.
Operating from the gun, Mayer. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And they get 14 yards there at a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Ready. 60 yards.
Hey.
6-6, pull it high. Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Mayer. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, lock it. Ready.
Throwing again. Mayer. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Mayer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And less than a yard.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
59. Hey, they're scared.
On first down, Way. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mayer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's got room. There he goes, right side, and he will score. It's a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
Going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd down now, Way, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Way, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On first down, Mayer. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Let's go now. 90, Wolf.
No. I don't think you got it, son.
Ready?
On third down, Way. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set. 50. Hey. Stop. 36. Line 36. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Cochran. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go now. Let's go now. Let's go now. 60 after all. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Back. 66. Fully high.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw. Sponge. No.
They'll run on 1st down. Way. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Looking to throw. Mayer. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Alpha.
From the gun, Mayer. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
I can't believe they even let you play. Alert flat. 22 jet bomber.
On 3rd down, Henson, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Mayer. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Cochran. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 3rd down, Henson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. 2nd and 11. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry. Line 36. Line 37. Let's go. Shrink that ball. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I'm coming for you. You line. Line 36. Line 36. Yeah.
Operating from the gun. Cochran. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Push him back. Watch 36. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Got it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Scene 6.
Right, 36. 36 to Mike. Go. Watch the run. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Ready, go.
2nd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Quiet, 64, weak.
Check three. Check three. Check three.
And go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Go! They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Yeah. You don't want none.
Delta.
Mike 36. Mike 36.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field. Defense.
From the gun, Cochran. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Got it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
It's a party now. Defense.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Cochran. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Third down.
Red, 90, walk, slam. Buzz.
36, line, 6. Check pass, check pass. Watch 36, 36 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Line, 36. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go.
To throw on third down. Cochran. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down, Mayer. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Line 36. Line 36. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Go, go.
Watch 36. 36.
Let's go.
On first down, Cochran. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
24 is the mic. Stay with your man.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
60, orange. 36.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Yes! Block motion.
Watch 36. 36 the mic.
Ready, go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Come on, the offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see a breakdown as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready?
From the gun, Mayer. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Mayer. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Dawson. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here we go, D.
Throw left side complete. It's Dawson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Way. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Sam off.
From the gun, Mayer. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Ready up.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Back to throw. Mayer. And he comes back with one complete. Give him credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
218, chopper.
Operating from the gun. Mayer eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. From the 21, it's second and 10.
Hey. Shit.
Let's go.
They'll try the left side. Way. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Back now in Austin. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third down and 12. From the gun, Mayer flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
See what you got.
On first and 10, Cochran. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Right back to him on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Chopper. Echo.
Line 36. Line 36. Nice, sweetheart.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Mayer looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Dawson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Mayer Throw left side complete. It's Dawson. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
8 read. Pilot, 64. Lead dribble.
On third down, Mayer. And Rudolph has it left side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help him a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
On fourth down, Mayer. That's to his running back, complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Gun. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for our visitors, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as